In this episode of Sailing Dark Angel, we nurse our patched-up engine out of White Bay Cay and set sail down the Exuma chain to Elizabeth Harbour, home of Georgetown and Lee Stocking Island. We decide to hike to the monument above Monument Beach for the first time. If you like our videos, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. It's free for you and really helps our channel.
Today we're getting ready to leave White Bay Cay. The generator, you can hear that in the background, and the reason we have that on is because we lost one of our solar controllers, so we lost 450 watts of potential solar, and no longer do we have enough power to run everything with just our solar panels. So we're building up power so that we can use the power winch to raise the main. We will not be using the power winch to raise the anchor because our windlass is completely disconnected from power since it blew out our solar controller by being wired up wrong by whoever installed this originally.
So there's going to be a change in process for leaving, is that correct?
Yes, normally I would be at the controls when we leave and you'd be running the windlass and bringing the anchor up, but because the anchor has to be hauled up by hand now and it's heavy, it's 3/8 chain and a big old mantis anchor, I'm going to be hauling up chain while you try and keep the slack, or while you try to keep the tension off of the chain and maneuver the boat so that I can actually lift the chain.
And tell us about the cut that we're going to be using today.
There's four options really here, but the three main options are Soldier's Key Cut, which is further south and on our way. But it's a very narrow cut and it's very shallow. It's only 2 meters deep, which means there's always going to be, there's pretty much always going to be a standing wave there, and we just don't want to see that. There's 15 knots of wind, and that'll mean white caps and standing waves. There's another cut right beside it, which is a little deeper, but even narrower. And so we're going to go back out Glass Key Cut, which is the cut we came in here. Now, the issue with the port engine was it shut itself off when we got here, so we didn't anchor in an ideal spot. We weren't able to set the anchor properly, although it did dig in well. Mantis makes a great anchor. The problem is we lost all the coolant. I still have not quite figured out why. So we taped up a potential hole in the bottom of the hose, which you can see here. And we topped up the coolant and we tested it. It appears to be working properly. I've put a new connector on the temperature sensor, which wasn't reading, and led us to not see the issue. So hopefully the engine will run and it won't overheat and it won't blow out its coolant, and we can get out of here.
And where are we heading today?
We're gonna head south to Georgetown. It's a 15-20 mile run total. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna take 5-6 hours hopefully.
What time of day are we leaving?
It's around, I don't know, 9:30 in the morning. So.
Okay. And where are we hoping to anchor when we get there?
I'd like to get the Honeymoon Beach, but it depends how crowded it is. Honeymoon Beach is shallow and small and really well protected, and we fit in there, and not a lot of boats do. But again, it's hard to say.
We're a little tired of the rolling here.
This is a very rolling anchorage.
Yeah, no fun.
Yeah.
You get annoyed with it after a while.
Well, every night is a poor sleep because it sounds like you're just being beat to death, and then you wake up and it's like 15 knots of wind and no big deal.
Yeah. So?
Oh, let's get going.
Okay. Bye, White Bay Cay. And the pigs and the chickens.
So here's our attempt to get out. Right now I'm running on just the starboard engine, the port engine's in neutral, so I don't run up the temperature, and then when we get to the cut, we'll run it up to 2 engines to get out if we need to.
So what are we doing now, Captain Dave?
We're heading toward the cut. So far everything's running properly, so
we'll see.
We'll see.
Let's go see. This is the cut here. Right where, Captain?
Right up there.
Okay. This one over here. That's a cut too, but that's a lot skinnier. I saw that one over there, but this is the
Can't use that one, but look at the difference in the standing wave.
Yeah, how about, see the standing wave? See the white caps on there? How about no? So we're gonna go to one that has has less white caps.
Still gonna be choppy going out, but generally is.
That's an expectation. That's why I brought down all the computers and put them down so that they don't fall down. I also switched over the water tanks so that our water catchment system is closed. So how was hauling up the anchor?
It's a little hard on the back. I'm not built like a windlass.
Still kind of sucked?
Kind of, but I mean, no big deal. We got it up.
Yeah.
You did a good job keeping us on station, so it wasn't that big a job.
I'm trying very hard not to get your fingers pinched or it pulling out of your grip or whatever, because it's,
Yeah, you did well.
it's hard. Now I will go check that other engine, make sure everything's still looking good coming out.
And anything smells like burning or coolant or
Okay.
oil.
I'm going to check this over here first and hang on very tightly. And everything is clear water, which is great, and there's no smoke, which is awesome. And now I'm going to go downstairs and make sure that there's no funky smells. Everything seems good so far. No funky smells. And that's what I mean by putting our computers down so that they don't get smashed. Same thing with my computer over here. Put it down so it doesn't get smashed. And I made sure that all of the port lights are all closed before we left so that we don't get any water ingress. No funky smells, Captain.
Awesome.
Bye, Rollville. They had a decent grocery store. I was pretty impressed. For the Bahamas, that is. Do you think you're going to need that other engine going out?
Yeah. Having two engines is not only more power, but it helps you steer.
But even if it's sitting at 1800 RPM, can you steer with that or no?
I'm still steering with the wheel, but having the engines fairly balanced means the rudders don't have to counteract the force of the engines, and it gives me better steering going through the cut.
Here we come up to the cut now. So how's it going now, Captain Dave?
Well, we're doing a whole 2 knots under sail. The engines are in neutral. I'm about to shut them down. We're very close hauled. I think I might be able to get some more out of the main.
How big are the waves?
Oh, they're 1 meter, just like they said.
That's not 1 meter. That's not 3 feet. That's like 5 feet.
That's about 5 feet in 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Instead of 1 meter at 5 seconds, which is a huge difference. But we're sailing.
Sailing.
We're on track at 3.5 knots. All right, we're gonna shut off the engines.
Okay. Shutting down the engines. Now we're sailing.
3.9, 4 knots. 3.3, 3.8.
Okay.
Depends where we are on the wave. 2 knots going up, 5 going down.
It's called surfing the wave. Catamaran style.
We're out to about 95 feet of water, so it's a little calmer than it was. A
Yeah,
lot.
little calmer than it was. Woo! Here comes a big one. Another big one. Yeah. Hey, it's enough for this camera. Didn't want to get it splashed.
These pink lines are our tracks. This is our previous tracks. The gray line is the course that we're trying to follow now, and this blue arrow is the direction we're traveling. But these pink lines are our tracks. And this one is actually from us tacking. When you sail all the time, you don't always get the wind. So in this particular case, we tacked all the way in, had to turn around and go way out, and then come back in again so that we could sail down. So sailing is not the art of going in a straight line. It's tacky.
So what are we doing today, Captain Dave?
We're gonna get off the boat.
To do what?
We're going hiking. Yay.
We gotta get off the boat. Come on. We're gonna bring some tunes, and we're gonna bring water, and we're gonna bring a blanket and put it into the dry bag, and then Dave's gonna bring some cameras for just in case. And I'm excited because we finally made it to Georgetown and we're gonna go for a walk. I need to get off the boat, and we're in a really nice anchorage where it's all flat, so we got really good sleep last night. I am pumped about this visit to Georgetown. So we're leaving Dark Angel. Bye, sweetheart. We'll be back soon. And we're going to the monument. Aren't supposed to calm down till like Tuesday or Wednesday, so we thought we'd take this time to just look at the trails, go check them out. We haven't been to Monument before, and this is it's gonna be fun, right, Captain Dave?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Make me do all the hard work.
Well, you are the crew. I don't know what she's complaining about. I'm the one who's got to hold the camera steady.
I didn't check whether we had an incoming tide or an outgoing tide.
Well,
But
is it in tide or out tide?
I don't know. I don't know.
You get to test out your mountain goat skills
Oh, great.
right here.
So there's the path up, and we got to go kind of straight up. So I'm wearing sand shoes, and Dave's wearing sandals, flip-flops. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over these rocks. We're doing a little bit of construction around here. And our boat's way over there, and our dinghy's way over there, but that's okay, because we can't park it here anyway because we're doing construction. So we're in the right spot.
Well, sand shoes are the right call. It's all sand.
It's all sand. Were you wearing flip-flops?
I'm wearing flip-flops.
Hold on to this. Oh my gosh.
This was all your idea. okay. Don't fall on that.
Yeah. That hurt. Look at this.
We're about
Nice view,
a
right?
third of the way up. There's Dark Angel way over there.
Mm-hmm.
There's Imp. And that over there is Georgetown. That's a hurricane hole there, where all the masts are.
Masts.
And that's the beach over there.
And we're
Speaking
gonna
of
go this
beaches,
way. I'm not going up there, I'm going this way.
really? All right. Did you see footprints?
Yeah, I do.
All right, fine. Let's go see if we can find any survivors. See, there's no getting around going straight up.
We've done that a number of times now. Look at this.
Well, 2/3 of the way up. You can clearly see the hurricane holes.
Ooh.
Georgetown. Construction they're doing here. Apparently there's another restaurant, beach bar going up to compete with Chat and Chill, which is over there. And here's the ocean side. We're getting up into the exposed wind here. You can see why we're so sheltered over here. Got this island blocking all the wind.
No white cap.
So nice and calm here. White caps out here. There's the monument.
Yeah. There's no trail. Probably the trail that we're going to be taking next.
To the back side of the island. That might be walking all the way down to Chat and Chill and then crossing. I believe the monument is a navigation marker.
Okay. Interesting.
That looks like the path. So this over here looks like the path down. There's Conch Key down there where we came in. And then we sailed down along here.
There's Dark Angel.
There's Dark Angel. We're not usually here this late in the year, and there's usually twice as many boats here when we're here. This is pretty cool. That concrete was soft when we got here. What did you do? Of all the times we've been to Georgetown, this is the very first time we've actually made the climb to the monument. It's kind of cool. It's a great view. All right, we made it to the bench up at the top here by Monument.
Met some people.
Met some fellow cruisers from Arizona. Apparently they had to portage their leopard across the desert to get it out to the ocean. Sounds rough. They're down over here. We're right over there. This is a beautiful view. Should have done it before. You can really see the depths of the water. That's the really cool thing about the watercolors in the Bahamas is you can see how deep everything is or how shallow everything is by the color of the water. So that dark water is deeper. For instance, we're anchored in 20 feet of water. And then we came over this over here You can see the shallow sandbar on the way in. And then there's a channel that just comes right through here.
Who's yelling?
I don't know. So it's one of the must-do things is to come up here to Monument Beach and see the monument, climb the hill, try not to fall down the hill as you just look down. Just about time to start climbing back down. Now I think we're gonna go this way.
No, we're not.
So if we come right down here.
No, no. How about no, you crazy?
Even the tree doesn't want me to go. I'm in genuine flip-flops, so I'm good. But yeah, there's the trail down.
Careful.
I don't see the issue. I don't see the problem.
Dave.
Do you see a problem? Apparently we're going the other way. There you have it, monument. Okay.
There's a rope right there, though.
Okay. Still a better path than the other side.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Who you calling a hoe? So what dug those holes?
I don't know. There's one here too.
You know what's hiding in there is baby Bahamian saltwater crocodiles.
Oh, stop it.
Big ass cat.
80?
Maybe. 3 of them sailing out.
So we found our way through.